name is Kerry Miller, and I want to welcome everyone to the Entrepreneur Classroom channel where we learn marketing in the digital age. My name is Kerry Miller, and I want to welcome you to the Entrepreneur channel. Tonight's training is sponsored by InstantAppWizard, where your success is our success. If you'd like to be notified of our trainings and you're not on our list, please go to InstantAppWizard.com/training to get on our email list, and you will get the weekly reminders. They go out every Wednesday before the training and has the link in it and tells you what training is all about. Tonight we're going to be talking about your business, your brand, and your marketing plan. Now, I could spend hundreds of hours just on these three alone. And the reason I want to talk about this tonight, we're going to wrap up later on with the auto app. If there's any questions on the auto app training that we had, I know we had an open session last week. But we teach all the time how to go out and market to others, sell to others, and help build other people's business. But we very seldom talk about you. And after several phone calls this week, and I spoke to Woodrow and Link yesterday and today, and after several phone calls this past week, and asking a few questions, I realized that everybody is out trying to help everybody else except themselves. How many of you feel that marketing yourself is probably the most important thing that you can do? Marketing your company, building your brand, making yourself available, showing everybody who you are, developing everything you need to get to where you want to go. And these three things are extremely important in doing that. Your business is what you have to build. Your business is where you want to go to get you out of whatever you're doing now if you're not doing this full time. We do have a few full-time people that were working and worked themselves out of the job and into their own business, and they're doing extremely well. We have some people that do this part-time and they work another job, but they're wanting to get out of that job, and we have some people who do this just to supplement their income. But irregardless of what you do or how you do it, you have to have a plan. We just can't wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to start a business and not know which direction we're going, because you're going to fail. And the biggest reasons business fails is because they don't market. The reason we know that is because we go out and we teach people that in order to increase their revenues, bring people into their store, change the ROI on their marketing dollars, that they have to market. And they have to do it in a way that's important to them. Businesses do not stay open. I don't care if you work from home, if you work in a brick and mortar, if you work out of your car. Businesses cannot stay open unless they are generating revenue so that they can build their business. And in order to generate revenue, you've got to do a few things. And we're going to talk about that tonight. And I'm going to ask you guys some pointed questions. I'm going to point something out to you that I did an internal study at InstantAppWizard because I was really curious. As many of you know, I run my own marketing company, Get Digi. I also train and work with Woodrow and train at InstantAppWizard, and so I've got a lot of things going on. I do video marketing, I do internet marketing. There's a lot of things that I do that I have my fingers in, but it is all part of my business. And I've been doing this for a long time. I started internet marketing back in the late 80s, and I loved every minute of it. And I'm sorry, in the late 90s, and I loved every minute of it. And it's always been my dream. And I didn't do it full time then, and I got into it full time and started a couple of other businesses. But everything I did as a plan. And and I enjoyed it, and I loved it. And so that's the same thing that you've got to do. I can't teach you in an hour everything you need to know about running your business. I would love to be able to do that. I wish I could put everything in a box and throw it out there and show you in 1 hour everything you need to do. But I want to get your brain kick-started tonight. I want you to start thinking. You have to get your business on track to success. I asked earlier as we got started, I think right before we went on the air, how many of you sold apps this week? And the silence was golden, as you could say, which told me that probably people didn't want to say, well, I didn't do anything, and because they're either embarrassed or they just didn't have time, or whatever the reason was that they not go out and make their business work. But I want you to be successful. Woodrow wants you to be successful. Mark wants you to be successful. Nancy wants you to be successful. Our InstantAppWizard team wants you to be successful. But there's one thing you must do on your own. Listen what I'm fixing to say. It's extremely important that you hear these words. You must take time to study and read and learn about running your business. Now, we teach you on Wednesday nights how to go out and sell apps and how to build apps and how to go into different niche markets and how to do all those exciting things. But if you're not building your business, you're going to just flatline and you're not going to go anywhere. How many of you want to just go out and sell 1 app a week and do nothing else? Anybody? Anybody just want to go out and sell 1 app a week and do your regular job? Or is everybody here, and I want to get a feel for this, is everybody here want to build a business so that this is what you do full time? You don't have to do anything else, or you are here and you're retired and you want to increase and supplement that retirement income so that you can travel and do all the things you want to do. Because I can tell you, and everybody's saying, yes, that's exactly what I want. I want this to eventually be my full-time job, my full-time career. This is what I want. And trust me, I understand that. And I was talking to Jorge. He's from Miami, and we were sitting there just chatting a little bit as we were getting started. And I love going to Florida. And I haven't been in a while since last summer. Haven't been this summer. But I love going to Florida. And, I used to pick up and I would go down to Florida and I would check into my suite in Florida. And matter of fact, I did many webinars from Florida and built a mini app while I was in Florida, built apps from all over the country while I was in Florida. Matter of fact, one of my most successful nights is when I was in Florida. I built about 47 apps from a state fair that was actually in Alaska. So my sales were in Alaska and I was in Florida and I was kicking on the beach and doing the things I wanted to do. And you can take this business literally anywhere you want to go. You can do anything you want to do, but it's still a business. You have to run it like a business, and or one or two things happen. It's not a business, it's a hobby. And you enjoy your hobby, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've got a lot of hobbies, and I enjoy hobbies. And there's somebody calling in saying, hey, are we having training? And the training house is full. And but I think it's important that, let me text this person real quick and say, hey, I'm in training. But it's very important that you do those things that you have to do to build your business. Sorry about that. And this guy knows I'm in training because he comes to training every week. So you have to do what you have to do to build your business. And you have to do the things that keep your business sustainable and keep your business going, or no matter where you're at, you shut the doors. That's just the bottom line. At the end of this training and in closing, we went through the auto apps over the last couple of weeks. And so we want to make sure that if there was any questions with that, I'll answer those questions at the end of this training. Those videos are online if you didn't catch that, and you're able to catch up on that. But and next week we're going to go into, and it's going to take us a couple of weeks, we'll look at the resume app, and then we'll take it from there. What is the number one thing, and I want everybody to answer this question, and I know I'm going to get many diversified answers. What is the number one thing that keeps a business's doors open? What is that thing that every business has to have in order to keep the doors open? No matter what you're selling, no matter who you are, no matter where your shop is, what is it? Traffic and customers, traffic and customers, traffic and customers, traffic and customers. Business. Well, I can tell you, you can have all the traffic and customers you want. But if you do not have revenue, increased revenue, and profit, and recurring income, guess what? You don't have a place for your customers to go anymore. I can go into stores even in my hometown, and they've got all kind of people walking around, but they're not selling anything because they're not doing one very important thing. They have no clue how to market and bring those customers back. You see, without revenue, without money in your pocket, you have nothing. And in order to get that revenue, it has to come from your clients and your customers. Your clients and your customers. So you can go out all day long and talk to clients and customers all day long. But until what happens, what one thing has to happen for you to generate revenue? What one thing has to happen for you to generate revenue? You've got to make a sale, which creates cash flow. So you can say, oh man, I've got 27 customers, but if you've not made a sale and you're not going out and you're creating and regenerating revenue from those customers and those clients, those one-offs don't go very far. What you wind up doing is you wind up working yourself to death for a little bit of nothing. That's why, how many of you have heard me talk about texting in the marketing platform over the last 3 years? How many of you on this call tonight have heard me talking about the marketing platform and texting being the number one reoccurring profit machine that we have? And everybody's saying yes. Me, yes, absolutely. There is, without question, more money than you could ever make in your life with that marketing platform. And you can turn it over and over, and it keeps regenerating and regenerating and regenerating and regenerating, and it never stops. It's like turning on a faucet. Let me give you this analogy here. I've got a hose outside, and I've got a sprayer on that hose, and I keep it on. Okay? And over the last several days, it's been really hot here, and evidently there is a small malfunction in the little spray nozzle, because now it's got a little bitty pinhole in it. But let me tell you what created that little pinhole. The pressure from that water kept building and building and building and building until it started spewing through this little bitty pinhole. That is exactly the way text marketing works. You've got this hose, and it's stretched out there, and you've got one customer at $30, two customers at $30, three customers at $30, 20 customers at $30, and I'm talking about texting revenue. 4, 50, 100, 200, 300. And what happens to those customers that you build up, and you sit there and you set them up and you teach them how to market the same thing that I'm teaching you tonight? And I want you to think about what I'm saying as I'm talking about your customers. You need to do the same thing for yourself. Eventually, they start cranking up and they have to buy more texting and more texting and more texting. And now that little stop at the end of that hose, okay, as you're filling that funnel, explodes and it starts spewing out the other end. And revenues go up and profits go up. Increased recurring goes up. Everything starts happening through that recurring revenue cycle. And you have got to create revenue. The only way you create recurring revenue is making sure that you teach your clients and your customers how to market their business, increase their return on investment, and make sure that their business grows. You can go sell all the apps you want to sell. You can go do all the one-offs you want to do. One-off meaning you sell it, you walk away with $200 in your pocket. You go try to find another 1,000 people that year to do the same thing. And you never, ever, ever go in and upsell them or teach them how to do anything. How many knows what upsells are? How many knows what OTOs are? How many internet marketers do we have? What is an OTO? A one-time offer. You know, you've got your one-time offers, and this one-time offer for the next visit is going to be, you know, your texting package. And well, Tom, what's up, buddy? I can't believe you called me right in the middle of the training. And the next thing you do is you turn around, and now you're increasing those one-time offers. And now you got your one-time offer. Now you got one-time offer number 2, then one-time offer number 3. You see, everything works the same. And many of you guys here are internet marketers and been in internet marketing for a long time. It works the exact same thing, same way. What do you sell? Yeah, I hear you, brother. What do you sell to your clients to generate revenue? What do you sell to clients to generate revenue? Is everybody throw it out there to me? What do you sell to your clients? The DBC? Anybody else? You're selling services. Yeah, you're selling services. You're selling a product which does what? It helps them to increase their business. You are a service-oriented company, okay? You are a consultant. You are going to bring services to the table which help increase their profits. And when you do that, when you walk in and your first service is what? And I've been teaching this for 3 years, and I'll ask Don. Don, going out and selling the digital business card and stepping them into that first, does that work, buddy? I mean, does watching the 6 weeks with Carrie with the digital business card, does that help you get on track and get off of? And he said yes with a bunch of exclamation points. It does. Okay, if you're focused, that's right. Stay focused. And if you look at that business card, he sold 2 this week. And I'm proud of you, buddy. And he said he's building some good-looking cards. He's building some good-looking cards. He followed a process. He knows what he's going out to do, okay? And when you walk in that door, they see you as the expert, bringing them the things that they need, but most importantly, they look at you kind of like their banker, except you're not doing them alone. You're showing them how to pay everything off and be debt-free. You see, you are the ultimate, the consummate, experienced professional who's going to change their business. What are your services? Apps, marketing, consultation. Those 3 things. Now, you will build on the apps. You walk in with the DBC and you start building on that. You add the marketing platform and you bring it all together. And then all you have to do is teach and train and consult. I can promise you, and this happens 99.9% of the time because you always got some dummy out there that thinks they know it all, and they saw their profits increasing and everything rising and don't realize where it's coming from. They tell you they don't need you anymore. And in about a year, they call you back and say, hey, I don't know what happened, but my business went down drastically. Could you come back and get me that app back? But you have to be there to teach and train. That's the business you're in. You're in the business to consult them, to teach them and to train them, to show them how to increase their business. Does the business in a 50-mile radius know who you are and what you are selling? Does every business in a 50-mile radius of where you live, does every single business in a 50-mile radius know what your business is and what you're selling? Not yet? No? Not quite? Not everyone? They've got to. Everybody needs to know who you are. Everybody needs to know what your business is. And trust me, unless you live out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, now I can tell you, y'all seen my post on Facebook. I live in the middle of nowhere. But there is a lot around me in a 50-mile radius. I choose to live in the middle of nowhere. But it doesn't take me long to get right in the middle of everything. Okay? Many, many, many businesses. And everybody has to know who you are. And they have to know what you're selling. How do they know who you are? How is someone going to find out who Nikisha is in Florida? How's somebody going to know who Tom Miles is in Oregon? How's somebody going to know who Don is in Colorado? Branding. Branding. People know you by your business. People know your business by your brand. Has everybody got that? People know you by your business. People know your business by your brand. You have to see with your eyes and get a visual, and every time you see that, they know who you are. I showed you this last week. I got over 400 people who gave me a name for this little girl right here. 400 people gave me a name for this little girl right here. And I'm going to continue to use her. I'm going to continue to, she is going to be my brand. She's going to be my spokesmodel. Okay, I can't afford Heidi Klum, so I'm going to use hers. Okay, and so, but you've got to figure out something to know who your brand is. It's just like InstantAppWizard. The orange and the black, and I see it on CNN, and I see it on Fox News, and I see it on Skype. I see it on everything that you pull up online. I see InstantAppWizard, and as soon as I see that, just seeing the orange and black, I know exactly who that is. When I'm driving into town, the first thing you see in Commerce, Texas, is the Golden Arches. I don't have to see McDonald's. I know who that is. When I'm in a store and I'm walking down the soup aisle and there's all these brands of soups there, there is no question who Campbell's Soup is. Do you know why that happened? Does anybody know why you know who they are? Because they spent millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for you to know that. You see, they invested in their companies. They invested in themselves. How many of you here have a marketing plan for your own business? And be honest, nobody can see your answers, okay? Nobody can see what you're typing. And I'm not going to call you out. But this helps me understand exactly where you're at. Because I'm fixing to tell you something in a minute that's going to blow your mind. Do you have a marketing budget? Have you set aside and Chrissy, you're doing a good job at it, girl. Have you set aside a budget? Okay? Have you set aside money? And I'm fixing to go, I've got an article I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, okay? But I'm going to show you an article. It's on Entrepreneur, and I'll put it in the group where you can read it and sit down and actually do it. But you've got to have a marketing budget, and that marketing budget could be anywhere from 1 to 10, 15%. Okay, but the average is somewhere around 10%. And I'm going to show you how to arrive at that number. And you've got to set that aside every month and spend it on marketing for your own company. You've got to, or you will not grow and no one will know who you are. And it could be simply this month that you set aside $300 or $500 to get your logo and your brand and that started, okay? Now, you don't have to wait to do all this to go sell apps. You need to be selling apps every single day. Every single day, you need to be selling apps. And the last question is, have you built your own mobile business card and your app? Have you built your own mobile business card and your app? Have you built this to give to every single person out there? This is the cornerstone of your business. The absolute cornerstone of your business. How can you sell something if you do not use your own product? How can you walk out to a business and not leave your own business card? How in the world is that possible? How can you go out to a business and demonstrate something if you're not using it yourself? There's an old saying, it kind of goes like this: you got to drink your own Kool-Aid in order for others to take a sip with you. You see, if you do not have your own business card built, then you're way behind the curve because you have nothing to leave with anyone. You can't call them up and say, hey, John, did you look over that card I left you? Well, no, because you didn't leave me one. You've got to have your own card. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm fixing to blow your mind. I did a little research today. And I didn't go through the entire database of InstantAppWizard, but I can tell you about 2 in 10 people have built their own business card. 2 in 10. That means 80% is not leaving their card with someone. Now, they've got sales, don't get me wrong. They've got sales, okay? And that's great. If you want to work yourself to death for the rest of your life and not generate recurring income and not do the things that you're supposed to do, then that's fine. But if you want to build a business, then you've got to drink your own Kool-Aid. You've got to have a business card to leave behind so that they know who you are, so they see that. You put it on their phone and or you text them, okay? You get them on your list. And in order to get them on your list, you need what? You need to have your marketing platform completely set up. You need to have a Twitter account. You need to have a Facebook account. You need to have texting set up. You need to have your email account ready to go. You need to have your marketing platform filled out. You need to have viral texting on your phone. You need to have those things, everything that you have to have in order to go out and demonstrate from your own app. I'm going to tell you something that drives me crazy. It drives me so crazy that I have to get out of Facebook just to keep from saying something. Is when people say, could someone send me an example of? Could you send me an example of your business card? You don't want an example of my business card because my business card isn't who you are. You've got to set up and do what you do. You have to build your brand. I know your business card isn't going to carry this little Get Digi logo right here. Now, my business card actually doesn't have lips on it, okay? Although I do kiss old girl good night every night because she brings me good luck and she also brings me money, okay? But you have to develop your brand, okay? You have to do that. So don't ask someone else. Lay in bed at night till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning until the vision hits you, okay? Till the vision hits you and you see it and you know exactly what your brand's going to be. Get a hold of someone to build your logo and all your stuff. And I can tell you now, one of our resellers built this for me, Nikisha. Okay, I told her, I gave her free reign. She knew exactly what I was looking for. And I said, could you develop this and design it for me? And she did, and did an awesome job. Message her. She's in Facebook all the time. Okay, but you got to build your brand. Mike Cahill just put up there, visible.mobi/visible. Trust me, Mike's got a great brand going. He is extremely visible. His brand is visible, okay? So you have to develop your brand. Now, you may use the same layout as I use or something, but it's got to be your stuff. Let it be your colors. I remember someone asked Keisha for one of her apps one day, and she said, and very politely, she said, they asked, could they get the colors and everything, and she said no, because that's her brand. She worked hard on that brand. You need to do the same thing. Pull your head out and breathe and start developing your brand. And as soon as you get off this call tonight, if you're the 8 out of 10 that don't have a business card, okay, build your business card. Start building your brand and start leaving it behind. And I'll say it again. This is the cornerstone of your business, the absolute cornerstone of your business. Let me make sure I didn't skip a slide there. Do you have a marketing plan or a budget? You have to invest in your own business. How many of you go out and teach people that they need to invest in your app or your marketing marketing products or whatever you're selling? How many of you go out and convince them every day that they need to spend money in order to grow their business? How many of you do that? That's probably why you're not making sales. But how many of you go out every day and teach them that they've got to spend some money in order to make some money? I mean, that's just business 101. If you're not bringing customers in the door, then guess what? You're not going to be in business very long. How much should your budget be, and what should you spend? That should have been spend, not spent, your budget on. Let me come over here to the desktop real quick. Can everybody see my screen? This is a great article. Let me come down here, put this right here. And everybody should see that. I just posted that in the box there. Did everybody get that link? This is an article from Entrepreneur. And it steps you through step by step, okay? Take 10%, 12% of your projected annual gross sales and multiply each by the markup made on your average transaction. Now, somebody's going to say, well, Kerry, what is my markup? I don't know. This will tell you how to figure that out. Everybody's markup's a little bit different. Oh, but this walks you through exactly step by step. Okay, step one, this tells you exactly what to do. Now, if you're a new business, you're going to have to make projections. Now, in order to make projections come true, you've got to get off your butt and go out and make it happen. Does everybody understand that? A projection is a projection until it becomes reality, and the only thing that makes a projection reality is you. Does everybody understand how that works? If you sit in the house every day and all you're doing is figuring out projections, you're probably not going to turn that into reality, and your projection is never going to come true. So you're never going to make anything to have 10 or 12% of for a marketing budget. Does everybody get where I'm coming from on that? because that's the way it works. Okay? So you're going to take your average transaction, you're going to get your projected sales, you're going to deduct your annual cost of occupancy, okay, rent, from the adjusted 10% of sales number and the adjusted 12% of sales numbers. The remaining balance represents your minimum and maximum allowable ad budgets for the year. You need to sit down and do this as soon as training's over tonight. And then what you're going to find is you're going to say, wow, I cannot believe my business grew like this in 2016. I was going absolutely nowhere until I started marketing my own company. You need to get texting. You need to build your DBC. You need to put texting on there. You need to put the viral program on there. And you need to start sharing that app with every single person you know. You need to start going out visiting people. You need to start going out and building your business. This walks you through exactly. This is a great, great article. I'll post it again, just in case it went by. I'm not sure how this looks on y'all's end. Okay? But it tells you exactly how to get all the margins, profit margins, and everything you need in order to figure out your ad budget. All right? Oops. Let me turn that off. And I did not want to do that. All right? Matter of fact, it says right here, most advertising salespeople will tell you that 5 to 7% of gross sales is the correct amount to budget for advertising, but not believe it. It simply isn't possible to designate a percentage of gross sales for advertising without taking in consideration the markup on your average sale and your rent. Let me tell you, if you don't have a place to sell from, you're not going to be in business very long. If you do not have, if you got a brick and mortar store and you do not take into account that overhead cost, you're not going to be in business very long. All right, did everybody get that link? Just want to make sure before we roll on. Very good, very good, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. And we just went through that. Let's roll on. Here's some other things and places and people that will help to build your business. Business groups, BNIs, some of those kind of groups, your business groups that are in your local area. Some of them you have to join, some of them you have to go to every week at 7:30 in the morning and you become a part of the group. But I can tell you they are extremely profitable. Okay? Let me give you an example with Roger Pineda. How many of you know Roger Pineda? And you hear me talk about him a lot. Roger is an extremely successful entrepreneur, very successful. He built a directory for a business group. He worked with them for a long time. And finally the business group came around, and guess what they do? They purchase every single business card for their group. Every time the new people come in, they give them a business card and they pay for it. Very, very good. Meetups. Go to meetup.com. Okay? Meetups are meet and greets where business people get together and have coffee and talk and share and work together. Great place to go. Chamber of Commerce. Mike Cahill, do you do Chamber of Commerce speeches? Lions Club speeches? Rotary Club speeches? These people are always looking for someone to come in and talk. Always looking for someone to come in and talk. They need people to come in and share business and marketing information with their membership. The reason they need to do that is because part of the plan and program for them coming into that organization is that they will help them grow their business. And the only way they can help them grow their business is if they take consultants and people from the outside who understand marketing and how to grow the business and do all those special things. They bring them in and they let them teach them, and guess what gets to happen? Those members know who you are. They learn what your product is. And because you're an expert in the field, your business starts to grow. Because they want to talk to you in person. I've said this 1,000 times. I wish I had $1 for every time I've said, go out and meet people in person. I'd be a very, very wealthy man. And I can tell you, there's never a time that I'm out that I'm not talking to people. I love talking to people and showing them just how super intelligent I am, and how business savvy I am, and how marketing savvy I am, so that they make sure that they get my business card before they leave, because I'm such an awesome person, and I am so good at what I do, and I am so intelligent that they just cannot wait to suck my brain dry of all the information that I can spew. Now, everything about that was true except what I was saying about myself. Everything I share with them is everything I get from places like this article I just read. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the most intelligent marketer in the world. I've ran up against those hard knocks many, many times. But what I can help teach them is how not to do that. And I can learn and I can study, and I take that time to study and read and teach myself and how to do the things I need to do to build my business. And the best way for you to do that is go out and shake hands and kiss babies. How do politicians get elected? What's the number one thing they do? I mean, we're in the middle of election season. What do you see these guys doing every single day? What lie? Yeah, they lie. Don't go out and lie. Don't be a politician. Be a good business person. But they're out standing on the stump and they're talking to people. They're telling people and teaching them about their ideas, okay, and the things that they want to do, and giving them the knowledge that they have, okay. Now, they're probably never going to follow through with it, but that's what they do. But they meet and greet. But as a good business person, you're going to go share all that information, and you're going to follow through, and you're going to be there for them, and you're going to become their marketing guru. They're going to love you, and they're going to hug you, and they're going to kiss you, and they're going to give you their money. Why? Because they want their business to grow. You've got to be able to go out and do these things. Video marketing. How many of you put videos up online? How many of you put videos up online of your business? Nakisha does. I know Christy does. Christy makes some awesome videos. Christy, I'm going to get that program. I was looking at that today. Don says I have. Videos are very important to your business. You need to post one on Facebook, okay? You need to post one on Facebook once a week. You need to post that same video on YouTube once a week. And any other video service that's online that's free. You need to make a 30-second video and post one every single week. Every week, you need to do that. And they're not hard to do. There's a lot of software out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you some software in just a moment that we purchased today. And it's good software. I really like it. It's good for intros and outros. And I recommend it. I know Woodrow recommends it. We purchased it for the company today. We do a ton of video marketing. We do a ton of YouTube marketing. Woodrow is an expert at YouTube marketing. He drives people into our company every single day through YouTube marketing, okay? Through simple videos. He's got some videos he's got one video that's so funny. I'm not sure if he's still in training, but it's with a clown guy. It's the funniest video. I swear I've watched that video 100 times, and I rolled in the floor laughing. And if he's on here, maybe he'll post that in the group. But it's hilarious. It's a great video. You need to be posting videos, and you need to be posting videos on Facebook. And you need to start doing that as in now. You can't teach others how to build their business if you aren't building your own. You can't go in and tell someone they need a marketing budget and read this article and walk in and sit down with a piece of paper, put this spreadsheet or find somebody to do it for you and plug the numbers in and spit out what their marketing budget needs to be. Most businesses don't even know they need a marketing budget. Believe it or not. That's why they last about 3 to 5 years and they shut the door. If they last that long. How many of you saw me do the Froyo demonstration it's probably been a year ago. There was a Froyo place uptown, frozen yogurt place. They opened the doors, spent just a little bit on marketing. I sat down with them, told them what they needed to do. They decided, they wasn't going to spend any money. They literally shut down in 3 weeks. They literally shut down in 3 weeks. They decided, we're not going to spend anything because we put all our money into the machinery inside the building to pour out frozen yogurt. I bet they didn't have 10 customers. Nobody knew they were there. And secondly, they didn't listen. Unfortunately, that's right. It happened all the time. You are here to change that. You as the consultant, as the marketing expert, are here to change that. You have to help them with all the tools, and you've got all the tools in your tool bag to do that. If you're not doing it for yourself, awesome. Mike said he's doing some talks, more scheduled, doing on Facebook Live in September. Facebook Live in September is cool. Woodrow just posted that. Let me snag that because I don't think y'all can see that. I'm gonna snag his link if I can. Oops. There it is right there. I just posted the link, I think. There's a link to that video. It's hilarious. It's great. But you have to build your own business. You have to build your own business in order to teach others how to build theirs. Before we move on, how many of you said, a bunch of you said you do video marketing. And I want to show you this real quick. How many of you saw the, hang on just 1 second here. Give me 1 second. It's good, isn't it? I'm going to switch this over here real quick. Video is extremely important to your business. First and foremost, I want to say, and I always say this now, I don't push a lot of products. No, you can't use that particular video. That's for a customer. I don't push a lot of products, okay? And the reason I don't push a lot of products is because most products don't work. But when I find a product that works, and that we use, I like to use it. Okay? And I love this particular product. Let me post a link right here. If you're interested in getting this product, I highly recommend it. It has great intros and outros. Great intros and outros. And they're all in 3D. And I probably don't have enough bandwidth to pull this program. Okay? But it's called Vinci 3D. Mike Cahill, did you pick this program up? It's an awesome program. And literally, in seconds, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of the intros here. Woodrow did these right before training. And we're going to use these intros for our own company. Can everybody see that YouTube screen right there? Okay, I'm going to play, we made these real quick. This is one, and literally in seconds was made. Great intros and outros. But I want to show you something that's important. Let me get it back up here. Can everybody tell me what's sprinkled throughout this intro? And it's 10 seconds long. Can everybody tell me what's sprinkled out here along with all these other brands, the name brands? Can anybody tell me what's sprinkled out here that people will see? That's right. InstantAppWizard. InstantAppWizard, InstantAppWizard, InstantAppWizard. And you're able to go in and you're able to build these out in literally seconds. And it's extremely, extremely important. I'll show you another one here real quick. I can tell you it's a one-time cost right now. It's like 60 bucks, 67 I think. And my screen just froze. A cool. Sorry, just having a little bandwidth problem here with everything going on. Here's another one. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Now this is going to go to a, everybody's saying that's so cool. It is really, really cool. It is. And I'm telling you, we're going to use it because it's so easy to use and it makes such great products. Intros and outros, and this goes back to branding. Okay, this goes back to branding. You want to make sure that your business is branded. If you're doing a video a week, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or any place else, you want people to know who you are, okay? And you want to grab their attention. And you want to make sure that they know exactly it's your video coming up. I can tell you, you do something like this right here, and they're going to know with every video that comes up who you are. Here's another one right here I think I got. Let me see. I think this is just, but they're really cool. There's 50 of these templates in there. Yeah, it's $67 one time. It's going up to a monthly, June the 22nd. And let me tell you something. How many of you do video for your clients? Yes, and it comes with Explidio. It comes with Explidio. Oh, that's the same what I showed a while ago. You said, I mean, intros and outros for clients, if you get them done, even on Fiverr, I know they say it's $5. Usually an outro video can cost you upwards to $200 to $300. Professional intro, outro. Yes, it comes with Explainio too, absolutely, and that's part of the program. And it's 67 bucks one time, so. Yeah, Explainio 1, version 1, 1.14 or something like that. No, we did not get the one-time offers. We just got the $67 package. It had a template club and some other things. So, and that's up to you. But I can tell you this. I don't buy a bunch of junk. Many of you, all of you know that. I probably showed 5 products in the 3 years I've been doing this. This is one of them that I'm definitely going to use. This is one I'm definitely going to use. Absolutely. Is it June the 22nd, Woodrow, when this thing goes to... Um, yes, June the 22nd. It goes to... June the 22nd. You get 50 templates. And you get Explainio, which is a great program. It's got the doodle thing, and it's going to go to monthly. Christy said she won't sleep. Christy, you don't sleep anyway. I see you posting at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning about your videos and stuff. You don't get sleep anyway. Yeah, I know she don't, girl. I know she don't. Yes. Yeah, you purchase it, and you're gonna get a download. I'm gonna try. Let me try to open it up here. This may be a dark trick. Hang on just 1 second. I'm gonna try to open it up. Oh, that's explained to you. I opened up the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. I will open it up. I don't know if you don't believe that we bought it or we do. We do drink our own Kool-Aid. Hang on just 1 second. I'm going to open it up and I'll drag it over on that screen real quick. That's okay. Somebody said, could you open it up so I can see it? I sure will. Shoot. You guys tickle me. No, I probably won't do any training on this. I mean, it's got great training videos in it. I mean, I'm not going to take time out of InstantAppWizard to train on this. It's got great training videos in it. Yeah, it has tons of bonuses. I mean, tons of bonuses. Okay, let's see here. Y'all may be able to see this. Give it just a second. I'm trying to populate over here. It's in a cloud, so it has to download everything, and I'm sitting here pushing and pulling stuff out. So, oh shoot! Yes. No, it creates it on the fly. All you got to do is drop in a couple of text and I don't know why my screen's not sharing. Well, if it comes up on it's on my screen, but I don't see it. Do you guys see it? Yeah, Woodrow says it's resources hungry and it takes just a little bit to render the videos. Yeah, it's loading everything and I'm pushing a lot of bandwidth here. Yeah, it's still loading. Yeah, you see it. Yes, yes. It's one time 67, and it's going to a monthly. Okay, now let me pull it over here. Maybe y'all can see it now. Well, I can see it, but y'all can't see it. I'm going to restart this desktop maybe. Give me 1 second here. Here we go. Now maybe you can see it. I had to restart the desktop. Can everybody see it now? Over here's your different stuff, okay? Like here's the domino thing. And you can change the colors and put your logos and change the background. You saw how Woodrow did that. And put your logos in there. This introduction is really, really cool. And you can change the colors to all this stuff right inside. Can everybody see that, or they can't see it? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. And you just come in and you just add your images and everything up here, and you're good to go. I'm not going to do it because it's going to freeze up my computer, I can tell you now, because I've got so much bandwidth rolling. This is really cool right here. Really cool. And we were talking about branding. Change the colors to match your brand. What's the learning curve? I don't know. Woodrow made those videos about, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. Yeah, it's a memory hog. Yeah, it's definitely a memory hog. Woodrow made those in about 10 minutes. I created one and another in the I don't want to bring all that stuff up because it's going to freeze my computer up with everything that I've got open. I've got like 12 programs open, but I created it in about 5 minutes, I guess. It comes with training. It comes with training, and Woodrow said he didn't watch them, and he created those videos. But I'm telling you, you need an intro and an outro, and it doesn't matter to me what program you use. I'm just sharing something with you that's simple and easy that I use, and all of you know that I'm simple and easy. But you need intros and outros on your video because that is what? What is that intro and outro? And I'll go back here and we'll talk about it again. This is very important for you folks. It's your brand. You have got to brand yourself. Your YouTube channel needs to look like you. Your videos need to look like you. Your intro needs to look like you. Your outro needs to look like you. Video is very powerful. Think about this. Create your branded intro, your branded outro, and post a video every 3 days on Facebook. And you need to brand your clients, absolutely. And you need to brand your clients. You need to brand your clients. Very important. You're their consultant. You are their consultant. Your job is to bring business to them. And video, we all know, is a great way to do that. It's very easy to do local SEO on video. Okay? Any questions at all on training tonight? Any questions at all? Everybody going to work? Everybody make sure you take that link from Entrepreneur, work on your budget tonight. If you're the 8 out of the 10 that do not have your app built, get in there and build your app. If you have any questions, please email me at Carrie@InstantAppWizard.com. I want to make sure you guys are good to go. Ask Don Seals in the Facebook group if I'm here for you. I'm sure I know what his answer will be. We do everything we can to have you be successful. Well, thank you. Sometimes I do answer my messages at 2 o'clock in the morning. Not often, but sometimes. Okay, guys. If we have nothing else, I highly recommend that product. I really, really do. It is an awesome, awesome product. Thank you, Tom. I try. I don't have the answers all the time, but I try some of the time. Christy said she's going to send an invoice for dodos. Absolutely. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, buddy. All right. Well, tonight's training was sponsored by InstantAppWizard, where your success is our success. And we want to thank everybody for coming to the Entrepreneur Classroom channel, where we learn marketing in the digital age. Good night, everybody.